Hello everyone, welcome to the first time in kitchen. All these videos are dedicated for you trying to do something first time in the kitchen. This is my first video and I'm sorry there will be a lot of mistakes and I will try to make something Lithuanian because tomorrow I'm having some friends over and this is dessert that I grew up and I really liked it, and you need really just few ingredients to make it and patience. So the recipe I'm using, we tell that for one large egg you need 110 grams of flour and 1 tablespoon of vodka. Yeah, vodka. However, I'm using middle-sized eggs, so I'm using 4 eggs. For now I have 320 grams of flour. As well, I have a little bit on the side, just we'll see how it's going. And I have a 3 tablespoons of vodka, so I'm using the absolute vodka. And you will need a pinch of salt. So let's get ready, but first I will just put my here. So first we beat the eggs in a bowl. Usually when I cook I like to put some music because it inspires me, but I'm afraid that then you won't hear me talking. So I have 4 eggs and I just whisk it a little bit just to have a mix. Yeah, it's just simple, that's enough. Then you have to put a flour, so I'm using this to help to make a flour better, but if you don't have, you don't. And I'm trying to put all 320 grams of flour. So before I used to have just the small, but the one that I use for the tea, but that really takes long time to do this. So finally I bought this, and this is really good if you like to bake. It's really useful because when you bake we always suggest to go do this with the flour. It's just when you're baking, it's just way more nicer. So almost done. Just that looks a lot of flour. Put in the rest. Was some stuff. So when I put a pinch of salt and my 3 tablespoons of vodka, because this is something that we will be, and now you're just trying to mix everything. So usually in not all recipes we advise you to put vodka, in some with sour cream, in some apple vinegar or something. And I'm sorry, but all the flour is going all over. So I just remember that I forgot to tell what I'm making it. So it's in Lithuanian language we call it Skruzdėlynas, And I forgot the proper English word for that, but the direct translation would be like an ant house. So, and you will see when we will start to, at the end, we will start doing it. You will see why we call it ant house. So I'm trying now just to take all the pastry out. Yeah, I guess I just need to put my hands in just and start mixing. So I kind of can feel that it's not, most probably not enough. Well, let's see. It shouldn't be really like soft, but it shouldn't be hard. You should be able to easily to work it through. Yes, I'm feeling that it's still, so I'm taking just 2 like tablespoons from that extra flour that I had, and I will see how it goes. And I'm thinking it's maybe enough. Yeah. And so I think, yeah, that was enough flour. So as I said, so I used 4 medium-sized eggs and 320 grams of flour, and then I just added 2 tablespoons of it, and I think that is enough. We need to work our dough. So there are few ways how you can do it. So one of the way, you just do it with the hands at least for 10-15 minutes. You really need to work it out. Or the old ways, how the grandparents use. They will use this thing. I don't know how it's in English, sorry. And you beat it really for 10 minutes. So I'm going for the old-fashioned way. So I have this, just I don't want to use on this table, and I specifically bought this. So it's really good cooking for the baking, so it has everything what you just need, and it just does, you put it on the table and it just doesn't really move around. So as well, I don't have a kitchen timer, so I'm using just my phone to set for 10 minutes. So set a time for 10 minutes. So as well, you use little bit of oil. Don't use more flour, because you don't want base to be really hard. So I'm using, so at the beginning, so start my time, and at the beginning I think I will just use my hand to see how it goes. Wow. So it looks like, so after 10 minutes passed already, so we'll do just a few minutes more, and you can feel that the pastry is very nice and soft. And then you put this in a bowl and just cover it and put in a fridge at least for 1-2 hours, and then and that's it for now. After a few hours passed, and let's see how our pastry is doing. So I think we kind of used too much oil. So what we are now do, so we are really thinly rolled it and pan fry in an oil. So I'm using a pan, like a deep like this. Of course you could use anything like a pan like this and fry it, but I'm using this, and I'm using just a vegetable oil. So yeah, so a lot of oil. Yeah, so I'm using all of it. And most probably I will need slightly more. So I kind of want to get ready, and in any case, just and have, in any case, to have more oil. I open this. No, that's kind of. Okay. So we have a pastry. Just taking out. Work a little bit, just in case. So one of the things is don't use any more flour. So one of the things, so yes, we have a pastry, we have a knife. I will just cut a little bit of it, and as you can see it's sticking, and put it back. So one other thing to make pastry not sticky is just to use oil. So I'm using oil and trying just spread everywhere, because I don't want to use, and I will try at the beginning, I will just try a really small piece of it. And as well I put on this an oil just to avoid it sticking, and you have to roll it really thinly, as thinly as you can. So it's really, more thinly it will be, more better it is. It's like, it should be like see-through. And to use this is kind of really good, because you kind see through it. Okay, so it looks like it's rolling fine. It doesn't feel like really thin yet, even if I can see through, but when I touch it, it just doesn't feel really thin. I will try. Maybe this thing. It's really strange. It feels like way too much oil. Well, we'll see. Maybe it will work. Oh yeah, just overworked some part of it because it looks like it's breaking down. So yeah, it looks like here it's too thin. I'll try to put that back. So what you do, you just try and cut. Let's try. So I think I'll need way more larger than this shape. It's very difficult to say. In some parts we say, oh, just don't cut really long, that it will be like a square. But for example, I remember when I grew up, it wasn't a square, it wasn't more like this. That feels too much oil. But, well, fingers crossed it will work. I don't think so, but all this too. So I'm taking another part of it. So how can you know when the oil is kinda on the right? So one of the things is like you put, and it has to bubble and just get, as you see, it's really getting up. So yeah, we'll try to use this to rotate. It's not most probably yet hot enough, but it's going there. I don't need this. It gets out very quickly. So I already baked it. In general, I'm sorry, I really tried to make a video and I didn't press the bottom, so I'm trying. I have still left some pastry, as you see, so they are not really as flat as good, but you can try. I will try and make a small one. So what I do, I cook all the pastry. I made a syrup that is made from 200 grams of sugar, 200 grams of honey, 3 spoons of water. I put some sour cream, really fat one, 15 grams, and 30 grams of butter. And I let it boil and simmer for some time. And I still didn't switch it on the heat because I don't want to get it really hard, because yeah, you can see it's like this really gets hard. So I will try to make a small one from what is left, and I will take a small plate. So how you layer, so you will take, just press it harder, and let's see, I will take, oh, there's really big one, as you can see. Maybe that is one of the things. So I just layer them one layer, and then I drizzle quite a lot of syrup, because the pastry is really basic, there is nothing there. So the syrup, it will make it slightly sweet. And I put a poppy seed. And this is an poppy seed. So as I said at the beginning, the direct translation from Lithuanian is an Anthill. And we call it Anthill because of the poppy seeds, because they kind of looks like an ant. I'm sorry, this one is, and yeah, you kind of try to press it because you want it to stick together, and you again put more syrup. No, it's never too hard. And another layer of and again. So as I said, this is like the bad ones that didn't really look nice, but I don't share with my friends. I just keep it for myself. More soap. And just soap it the last bit. At when I didn't use all the pastry because when I was cooking I realized that very good, that I have way too much of pastry, so I put just in the freezer just to make something else. So that's it. Me bitches. So here we go. So this is for me, and this is what I did for my friends.